what's up? Okay, so knock it off. Welcome back. This is week 2 of our Picky Eaters Academy. And today you're actually gonna have a task this week to start making that transition to help your kids of being not so picky. This is where the battle will officially start, okay? It's gonna take some willpower on your behalf to be the parent. When it gets hard, remind yourself, I am the parent. I am the adult who gets to make these decisions. They can throw fits, they can scream, they can wail, they can claim they're gonna starve to death. They won't.
Yeah, and you only have to do it for a day or two before they kind of settle into the
as long as you're consistent.
Yeah,
if you give in, you just started the whole battle over. So just know that it starts now, okay?
Kind of like potty training.
It really is.
Or sleep training.
It's like all or nothing. Don't make it harder on yourself by going in and out, okay? So we are slowly doing it though. I'm not like throwing you into the wolves where all of a sudden you're going out and you're replacing your entire fridge. We're like baby stepping. And today we're talking about those sugary snacks that I had you talk about last week. I did that on purpose because you guys, sugar's behind a lot of pickiness. Your kids' taste buds get adjusted to that. They think anything that tastes less than sugary is not good. It impacts their wanting to even eat meals because they're full of sugar. And if you take it down to like how the body functions, their pancreas is like, can you chill for a minute and not eat because you just overloaded me with a lot of sugar? And so you have to realize that there's reason scientifically why they're not wanting to eat the meals you make when you've loaded them up on sugary snacks. Okay, so that is our task this week, and I'll talk about how you're going to do that. So this week we are going to replace all those sugary snacks with
healthy snacks,
which are
fruits and veggies.
Fruits and veggies, yay! And you're like, my kid doesn't eat fruits and veggies. They will now. Like, this is where it starts, okay? So we're just talking snack time, okay? We're not even gonna touch meals yet. We're just starting snack time. So instead of having those sugary snacks available, you're gonna provide unlimited fruits and vegetables that they can eat. And we'll talk about that at the end. But what I want you to understand is why, okay? Remember I had you talk about the why because the why is gonna get you through, but the why of understanding why you're doing this every single week will also help you realize you're not doing this just to be like the more willpowered person in the relationship. It's actually for their health, okay? So everything we're doing, there is a reason behind it. And fruits and vegetables, you guys, are so crucial for our health, okay? So that's what we're gonna talk about today. Juice does not count. That is not a fruit or vegetable. That is a processed fruit that we took all of the fiber out and just left the sugar, okay? No bueno. If you want your kid to have juice, have them eat the fruit. They'll get the juice plus the fiber. That helps with blood sugar levels, okay? So what happens with blood sugar when you eat a lot of sugar, processed sugar, which juice is considered like a simple carb, which means your body spikes the blood sugar super fast. That's why you get crashes after you eat processed sugar or simple carbs. So fruit juice is going to be considered a simple carb because there's no fiber in it. It's gonna spike their blood sugar super fast, super high, and then they're gonna crash, okay? There's no real benefit to giving them juice. Give them the whole fruit. That way they get everything, not just parts of the fruit, okay? So blood sugar levels are a big part of health. That's why diabetes is an issue, is unstable blood sugars. And that starts with addressing their snacks, okay? The up and down roller coaster of like absolute craziness because you just fed them a bunch of sugar to now they're ornery and they have no energy. You feed them more sugar, they spike back up and their energy is crazy, then they dive and they're ornery, and then their energy is crazy and they dive and they're ornery. That's because of sugar and the blood sugar that's literally physiologically happening to them. So eliminating that and replacing it with something that's going to level that out is going to be better, and that's what fruits and vegetables will do. Fruits are different because of the fiber. It kind of becomes more of a complex carb. It slows down the blood sugar spike, so it's not so drastic, okay? So it's the same thing with when you eat that, it won't dive off just like processed sugar. So you're not gonna have this. It's gonna be more steady and stable, okay? So understand that there is a difference between juice and fruit. Juice is not a fruit, okay? Okay, live foods create life. That is literally what fuels our cells to perform the functions that they're supposed to function. Our entire body would not exist without individual cells doing their jobs. And those individual cells cannot do their jobs if they are not fueled properly. Just like our car will not drive without gas in it, that's how our cells at a cellular level function. If you're not fueling them properly, their functions do not get done. That is where health issues arise, okay? So it all is down to a cellular level, that word is so hard for me.
And you pay attention to how you feel. I mean, this is more about kids, but as adults, even in the afternoon when you're lagging or you're kind of dragging, if you look back and see what kind of foods you've eaten, you're probably missing out on some live foods. So you gotta really pay attention to that. And kids need it just as much as adults need it.
If not even more, because their cells are growing and doing things at such a rapid rate that they need fuel for their bodies. Okay, so this fuel are vitamins and minerals. That is why live foods create life. They're the most dense in vitamins and minerals. Whereas your meats and stuff like that aren't. They don't have the vitamins and minerals that plants do. So your vitamins and minerals are huge for your cells doing their jobs correctly, okay? These cells, you guys, are seriously what aid in digestion, mental health, energy, everything, okay? So if your kid suffers from digestion, I can almost guarantee you they're not eating fruits and vegetables. That is like the number one thing I see when people are like, you know, my kid has digestive issues. Well, yeah, because there's nothing pushing that food through their intestines. And we're gonna talk about that.
They're only eating white bread, then
if their diet is white,
of course they're gonna be clogged up.
Yeah. If their diet is white or dyed a color, and it would be white without the dye, that's how you know they're not getting the nutrition they need to actually have digestion. This isn't just digestion though, you guys. Fruits and vegetables protect against cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. Why? Once again, we're fueling each individual cell in our body to perform their functions correctly. And we do that by providing vitamins and minerals, and that's what's in fruits and vegetables, okay? So it improves digestion, it lowers intestinal infections, they aid in reducing inflammation, and it also helps resolve constipation and even diarrhea. You can have both extremes when your gut is jacked up. And we're gonna talk more about gut health next week. But this week, just know that this is like fruits and vegetables, mega aid in digestion, like hugely, okay? Fruits have a lot of vitamins and minerals. Vegetables are the big time help with digestion. Obviously fruits do too, but like your vegetables really provide that substance for your kid to poo, okay? So they also have digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes are huge for digesting your food. They help break down proteins in certain foods so that your body can actually break it down and absorb it and function properly, okay? So without digestive enzymes, food doesn't digest very well. Your body naturally produces them anyway, but they need a little help, and that's where fruits and vegetables come in because they have them in them already. So when you're eating fruits and vegetables with other foods, it's gonna help break down all of that food so your body can digest it. And digestion is important because you absorb your nutrition when it's digested through your intestines, okay? And if you don't have good digestion, you're literally malnourished. You could be completely malnourished living in the United States, eating the American diet. Most people are. And that's why vitamins are such a huge thing. I know someone said, can you address vitamins? Because their gummy vitamins are full of sugar. Being honest here, we don't give our kids vitamins. We have a kid shake that is loaded with fruits and vegetables. It's completely like clean, organic, that we have them eat on top of their fruits and vegetables. And like every once in a while we'll supplement with like vitamin D because of sunshine issues in the winter and stuff like that. But we honestly don't give our kids a multivitamin because they're eating their multivitamins with their fruits and vegetables every single day. Now I'm not a doctor, we know that. So talk to your doctor, but that's what we feel is best, is for them to actually eat their vitamins and minerals, not just take them in a form that they most likely won't even digest anyway because their gut's jacked up, so you just paid for them to
send it on through.
Yeah. Okay, so digestive enzymes help all that. Digestive enzymes actually ease the symptoms of IBS, constipation, and bloating. So when people are like, oh, I have, you know, IBS, I have bowel issues, like you need additional support. And once again, live food is going to do that, not the boxed processed crap. Okay, it also, certain fruits and vegetables will also bypass your digestion, and they actually go straight to the colon and feed the bacteria in the colon to help aid in digestion. Okay, so the body is so smart, you guys. It knows what it's doing. And if you think back to caveman times, I always talk about this, but seriously, like, step back from our society, go back to caveman times. They didn't just go buy granola bars. They didn't have fruit snacks. They literally ate what the earth provided. And our bodies are meant to do that. So go back to that. Go back to the original stuff, not the processed stuff. I mentioned it does impact mental health. You guys, your gut absorbs all of that nutrition, and that nutrition is then taken to your brain in your blood, okay? If you aren't absorbing nutrition, you have nothing to take to your brain and you literally become malnourished. Have you ever watched like TV shows where they're stuck like in the wilderness and they legit kind of go psycho? It's a real thing. Like, your brain, when it's not getting the nutrients it needs, will kind of be psycho. That's also why it's linked to depression and anxiety and all of those other things, because your body is not getting the nutrients it needs to perform the functions it's trying to do. So when we talk about all of this, do you see how like important what we feed our children, like how important it actually is? This isn't about like just eating for taste. And that's where we've gotten off with the society, is we want to eat what sounds good, and what we think sounds good is oftentimes based on our eating habits that we already have in place, which are processed and full of sugar and crap that is not full of nutrients. And so we've gotten away from eating to fuel our bodies and still having it taste delicious to eating complete crap and just eating for what it tastes like in our mouth. Which results in PS not feeling good when you can't freaking poo, and you've got headaches and bloated and constipation. Like,
you're tired all the time.
Yeah, that's like, you don't feel good. It tasted good for those 5 seconds it was in your mouth, and now you feel miserable for 23 hours and 55 minutes of the day. Like, it really adds up. Okay, greens specifically will quicken digestion and soften your poop. Okay, so when kids are like, or kids are not pooping, once again, I can almost guarantee you they're not eating any green vegetables. And I get that kids have aversions to green. No, they don't. They saw people say that. Like, I have a niece, you guys, who is vegan, because my sister is vegan for health issues, which I think is hilarious that you even have to say that, because people freak out when people are vegan. But it's immensely blessed her health. And so her daughter eats what she eats, and she begs for broccoli.
She knows no different than
She knows no different. So there is not an aversion to green foods. It's that they don't know what those green foods are. So it's not that they won't eat them. They don't know what they are. Remember, the fear of the unknown dictates a lot of their pickiness. So it's a matter of you being the parent and telling them, just eat it. It's good for you. You making it good, making it normal, will help them realize they need to eat
and explaining what it does for your body. Did we talk about that before?
A little bit.
But so, explaining what it does, the food that they're eating will do for their body, sometimes will break down some walls too. It
does. And like, we are always telling our kids, like, our kids tell us they don't want to eat their vegetables, you guys. Like, they're not like these perfect kids who are like, I want to eat all this. We're like, too bad. Like, eat your salad. Like, you have to poop. Like, this is how you poo. And they're like, oh, okay. Like, it helps them to kind of understand why they're eating it, which is why I'm explaining it to you, because you're more likely to follow through when you understand why. Magnesium is a huge mineral that is found in fruits and vegetables that also aids in digestion, because magnesium chills out like muscle spasms, and so it chills out smooth muscles, and so your digestive tract is a smooth muscle, and it's going to help aid in those functioning spasms that your intestine has to perform properly. So magnesium is hugely found in fruits and vegetables, which also aids in digestion. Okay, I'm emphasizing digestion a lot because that's the biggest thing I see with kids, are digestive issues, which eventually lead to other health issues. So you've got to fix the digestion first. Okay, now let's talk about what sugar does. Okay, sugar literally has zero nutritional value. None, zero. You could live without like processed sugar for the rest of your life and you'd be fine, okay? Now, obviously there are sugars in fruit. We've already discussed that. That's natural, totally different than a processed sugar. What that sugar does is it actually feeds the bad bacteria and yeast in their gut, which overrides the good bacteria, which then affects their absorption of nutrition. It impacts their digestive system, like to even poop. It can cause skin issues because when you have yeast, it usually shoots out through the skin because it has nowhere else to go. It's overridden, your body can't process it, and it shoots it through the skin. Skin issues are actually a sign of liver issues. And guess what your liver does? It filters the blood. And guess where that like filtering, it's having to work harder when you're eating a bunch of crap. And so it gets overdone, like it's overtoxed, and it just starts shooting toxins through the skin because it can't keep up with all the crap, okay? So sugar has no nutritional value. It only aids in health problems. It doesn't aid in health functions. It aids in health problems. No nutritional value. Okay, I keep emphasizing that because I want you guys to really understand that. The point of eating, you guys, is to fuel our bodies, like we said, at a cellular level so they perform their functions properly so you can be healthy. If your cells are not functioning properly, you will have health issues. Something is going awry. Okay, so important to understand too, because I know people are like, but I don't want them to like ruin their dinner if they have snacks. This is also why we make it unlimited of fruits and vegetables. They can eat all the fruits and vegetables they want and they will not spoil their dinner because of how quickly your body digests them. So fruit is digested in 15 minutes. Vegetables are digested in an hour. I said that backwards. Vegetables are digested in an hour. Fruits are digested in 15 minutes, okay? It will not spoil their meal. So it will not spoil their meal to have fruits and vegetables. That's also why I recommend it, because I honestly don't limit their fruit and vegetable intake. They know that that is free reign if they're hungry. Kids don't really overeat, you guys, when they're especially given healthy food. They will overeat if they're eating food that has no nutritional value, especially on sugar. But if you're providing healthy foods, they won't overeat. Their body is craving that for a reason. So I let them have free reign on fruits and vegetables. Okay, this is now, I'm gonna show you right here on the screen. I quickly went into walmart.com and plugged in all of the processed food, which PS, if you can go online to a grocery store and plug in your food, you shouldn't be buying it, okay? It wouldn't let me buy fresh food because you can't ship fresh food from Walmart. So if you're buying your food and it can be shipped to your house, probably shouldn't really be buying it because it's most likely processed. Now there are exceptions. We have some whole food superfood shakes that are shipped to our house that will go bad and will rot and all of that because they don't have preservatives and crap in them. But for the most part, you guys, if it comes in a box, in a wrapper, most likely not good for you. So I quickly went on and I calculated all of the things you guys told me that your kids' sugar intake was coming from. Cereals, crackers, granola bars, yogurts, Otter Pops, instant breakfast, chocolate milks, just those things, you guys. And I calculated them based on my 4 kids and how much they would go through in a week. And it was $88 for a 1 week for snacks. So in 2 weeks' time, you would spend almost the same amount I spent on groceries for every meal for my entire family of 7, not just my kids eating snacks. I'm talking lunch, breakfast, dinner, and snacks, $184. I would spend almost that much just in snacks that are not keeping them full, not providing nutritional content, and it's only aiding in their pickiness and their moodiness and their crappy sleeping and their crappy behavior, okay? So I did that for a reason, so you guys can see like, holy crap, I'm spending a lot of money. Do you know how much produce you could buy for $180? Dude, you can shop in season. I'm also not picky and like, I don't coupon, I don't shop the sales. You can get food very cheaply if you wanna do that and shop all the food that's in season. Your vegetables and fruits will be so cheap. You could have like loads of bananas and cucumbers and apples and all the fruits and vegetables in season right now for $180 every 2 weeks.
And that's when those foods taste best anyways, is when they're in season.
That's when they're gonna have the most nutritional value too, because they're in season. That's when they're grown correctly. So just know that you're gonna save a ton of money by doing this, okay? So your task for this week, are you ready for it? Should you choose to accept? feel like we're on like Mission Impossible because
It's not impossible.
it's not, but you have to be very...
It is a little challenging at first.
Yes, you need to decide you're gonna do this, and your task is to get rid of all of the snacks. All of the snacks, and they have fruits and vegetables, that's it, okay? Get rid of the crackers, because they'll fill up on the crackers and not wanna eat dinner. Remember, fruits and vegetables don't do that. You're gonna get rid of the granola bars and the fruit
So
snacks.
hang on real quick. What do you do for people, I already know the answer, this is a loaded question. What do you do for people who are used to giving their kids cereal for breakfast? Because
We're gonna talk about that next week. Yeah,
But you're
so
just telling them to get rid of stuff. They're not
that's
gonna
true.
eat breakfast.
Okay, so you can, don't keep the cereal. Have them eat toast. Have them have eggs and toast. Have them have oatmeal. We're gonna talk about that more next week. So if you want to keep cereal this week, fine. But you're just gonna cause
saved
more.
you.
You're gonna cause more problems by having that sugar cereal, because then they're gonna try and snack on that after school. So I personally would get rid of the cereal and replace it with something else that's not cereal for breakfast. Okay. And the reason you're going to do this is because, like I said, this is a lot of the reason they're not eating your dinners that you're making. They're hopped up on freaking sugar. Do you really think they want to eat anything nutritious at this point? Like, no, they just got to raid the closet full of sugar. Why would they not want to do that again, right? So your job is to get rid of all of it, like literally out of the house. Don't keep it in the house, because if it's in the house, they're gonna fight you tooth and nail until you lose the will battle, and then they'll get what they want. So if it's not in the house, they cannot eat it. My kids can whine all day long they want fruit snacks. I'm like, sorry, we don't have any. Like, if you don't have it, they're more likely to eat what you do have, okay? So you need to get rid of it, out of the house, gone. Go get fruits and vegetables, take them with you. Let them pick out the fruits and vegetables. I don't care if they eat carrots every single meal. Like, get them eating something. So make it fun and exciting, don't make it a penalty. Remember, you're explaining to them why we do this. Let them pick out their fruits and vegetables. Tell them they can have as many as they want. You want kids to feel awesome, let them feel like they have free reign. They're gonna like love you forever. If they feel like, oh my gosh, I have all this food I can eat and I don't even have to ask, that's great, okay? So you're getting all snacks gone except for fruits and vegetables. The battle starts now, okay? Hold your ground. I promise you they will not starve. And they'll most likely eat your dinner, especially if they don't wanna eat fruit and vegetables for their snacks. They're gonna be hungry and they're gonna eat your dinner, okay? And next week we're gonna address meals, and we're gonna talk more about other food groups. Today we're just talking fruits and vegetables. I mentioned yesterday I was gonna tell you how I make meals out of the food we buy. I lied. We're just talking fruits and vegetables. Next week I will tell you how we make our meals, but just know that we eat in food groups. There's your hint. We don't make fancy casseroles. We don't make fancy meals. We literally eat in food groups, and it keeps everything simple. I spend no time in the kitchen because I hate time in the kitchen.
But we still eat good.
We still eat really well. So we'll talk more about that next week, but the battle is on. Do you accept? Are you going to stand your ground? Are you going to do this for the health of your kids? When it gets hard, you need to remind yourself you're the parent and you're doing what's best for them. You're not being mean. They're not gonna die because you didn't feed them fruit snacks. They're not gonna have to go see like a therapist when they're 15 because you didn't give them fruit snacks. Like, this is for their benefit, okay? You can do this. And I promise you, it's a few days, like he said earlier, a few days of standing your ground that they realize, holy crap, she's not giving in, and they'll give in quicker, okay? You know, with Kira, she sat at the table how many hours? Lots.
Maybe, I don't know.
Lots of hours, okay? And it's okay, because then she chose that was not fun, to sit at the table and not eat her food. But we were consistent enough that she realized she wasn't gonna win that battle. And you just remind them, this is gonna help you be healthy and strong. This is gonna help you poop. If your kid struggles with poop, this is gonna help you poop. If this is, you know, it's gonna make you feel like you have lots of energy to go ride your bike. Let them have free reign. Buy unlimited amounts of fruits and vegetables. You're still gonna save money. They're not gonna be able to eat a ton because it is satisfying because of the fiber that's in fruit and vegetables. They won't be eating massive amounts like they would fruit snacks because there's zero fiber in fruit snacks. They're not getting full on fruit snacks, yet they can eat, you know, one apple and they'll feel satiated. So that is your task. Comment below if you accept the challenge, and I will post some articles later this week because I like to provide the educational content behind this so you can remind yourself why you're doing this. But that's your task for this week. Comment below if you're in. Good luck. I am here for you guys.